And Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy is set to address World Economic Forum at Davos. Ollie Barrett is in London, gives us more on this and other stories making headlines around the world. Ollie, it will be interesting to see how the West continues engagement with the Ukraine conflict.
Very much so, Shibendu. And ahead of his address at the World Economic Forum in Davos, the Ukrainian president met with the military alliance NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg. That meeting was in part to discuss ways to finance Ukraine's reconstruction plans. The Ukrainian president has also held talks with the EU chief Ursula von der Leyen and business leaders on the sidelines of the forum as well. The meetings come 2 days after a National Security Advisors Summit on Ukraine's peace formula that was proposed by Volodymyr Zelenskyy. That plan calls for the withdrawal of Russian troops and the cessation of hostilities. Well, DD India's Alex Cadier joins us live now from Brussels. And Alex, what is Volodymyr Zelenskyy hoping to achieve from his visit to Davos?
Well, Ollie, the Ukrainian president is hoping to unite the world, his allies, and those countries a little bit more skeptical about this conflict, unite them around his peace formula, his peace proposal, his 10-point plan that includes the full withdrawal of Russian troops from what President Zelenskyy says is Ukrainian sovereign territory, including Crimea and those regions in the east. It also includes the protection of food supplies, of energy supplies in Ukraine for a more lasting peace. And we saw that meeting of national security advisors you just mentioned was very well attended. 82 countries represented. That's up from the 64 countries the last time the Ukrainians brought together a meeting of this kind. And on top of that, the Swiss have agreed to host a peace forum organized by President Zelenskyy and Ukraine for the leaders, for world leaders in the foreseeable future. So the Ukrainian president trying to unite those world leaders, also trying to unite the private sector, business powers, particularly in Davos, as they are all very present there, as you said. The CEOs for Ukraine meeting took place this morning, a packed room. Ursula von der Leyen, the EU Commission President, was sat next to President Zelenskyy as he put forward his proposal for Ukraine as an investment destination. So certainly very high stakes for this headlining Ukrainian president in Davos, Ollie.
And Alex, you mentioned Ursula von der Leyen there, the European Commission chief. She's had a warning today about support for the Ukrainians.
Yeah, quite a stark warning about what Russia's invasion of Ukraine means for the world. Ursula von der Leyen, the EU Commission President, saying that it is the greatest risk to the global order in the post-war era, the era after World War II. And that has been consistent with what Ursula von der Leyen has been saying here in Brussels for months. She sees the world as being increasingly fractious. And of course, the theme for the World Economic Forum in Davos this year is building trust. Well, Ursula von der Leyen says our world is in an era of conflict and confrontation, of fragmentation and fear. So really, again, trying to offer that support to President Zelenskyy, trying to unite the world behind finding a lasting peace solution for Ukraine, and pushing back what she sees as a toxic, nefarious influence from Russia and its invasion of that country. So certainly Ursula von der Leyen not mincing her words, very clear that the stakes are very high and that the world needs to unite in stopping this invasion.
Alex Cadier in Brussels, thank you.